Do what? Invulnerable Elite? Alright. $410. Sorry about that. I had to screenshot that a little bit because I think that's the highest I can get it. Yeah, 410.7, and that's 0.7 away from max crit chance. 410.7. Let me take another screenshot. Alright, so I took another screenshot, and now it's time to give you guys the whole breakdown. So, I'm actually just going to go ahead and go start the video. Hope you guys enjoyed that little test there. I wanted to show you guys how to see the 410 on paper. So now you have seen it. So let's get over here and explain it. Like always, hit the MFing thumbs up. Alright, here we go. What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to reach 410.7 crit damage. That's right, 410.7. There are only a couple of places in this build that you could go like a 0.1% higher maybe. So there's really not a lot of room to improve. That's why I'm going to just go ahead and show you guys this the way I have it, because there's really not any better out there. So shout out to the DoD, Disciples of Doom, and let's just jump straight into it. So here's the build. This build is not 100% ready, but it's close enough. The reason why I'm saying it's not 100% ready is because my improvised knee pads, I could not get them to drop with crit, so I actually had to roll crit on there. So I'm losing a red or a blue because this core attribute is a skill tier. However, the rest of the build is pretty much good to go, so yeah, let's get into it. Now, starting at the specialization, there is no reason to run any specialization for this setup. You can run anything that you want. Doesn't matter if it's sharpshooter, gunner, it really doesn't matter. So specialization does not matter. Your secondary and your sidearm do not matter either. So those can be whatever it is you want. The only thing that matters are the gear items and the gear mods, and also your primary weapon. Everything else you can change to your own liking. So for this video, I am only going to focus on the primary weapon and the build itself, just to show you guys how to get up to that 410 plus crit damage mark. So with that disclaimer out of the way, let's look at the primary weapon. It is the new exotic SMG, the Backfire. So the Backfire was introduced in Title Update 11. You were able to get this in Season 3 just from progressing through the levels. Fairly easy, and I guarantee 9 out of 10 of you have this weapon probably in your stash. There's only a few ways to really run it, and the most popular way is with hazard protection. I'll show you guys that in a different build. However, I wanted to see how high I could get my crit damage, and yeah, so here we go. So the Backfire, reason why we are running this is for the talent Payment in Kind. So dealing damage to an enemy will add a stack of crit damage, and this will go up to 200 stacks. Exactly. So a great way to do the math is have the backfire on, go to your stats, look at what your crit damage is. Right now mine's sitting at 410.7. And you subtract or add the 200% from the backfire. Because I've already gotten it to proc and I just walked out of the firing range, I still have that on paper. So for right now, you can see that it's at 410.7%. However, as soon as I take the backfire off, it'll drop down to 210.7. So one more time, look at the stats. You can see I'm right near max crit chance, and I'm at 410.7 crit damage. But if I were to switch weapons, and all of a sudden I have done that, you can see it drop down. But that's with the FAMAS. So let's bring it back to the backfire. And then, like I said, you want to go to the crit damage, and then just add 200 to it. So right now you can see just on paper, I got it back down to 210.7. And then as soon as you get the stacks up from your backfire, it'll bump it up to that 410.7. So there's your first piece of the puzzle. You have to be running the backfire SMG. All right, now the next part is all gear related. So looking at the gear items, you can see right off the top that I have 3 Providence defense. This is very, very common with crit builds, running 3 Providence defense. Reason being is they are high end, so you get all the attributes. Also, they are mask, chest piece, and backpack, which all come with mod slots. So, high end, and they come with mod slots, and they're Providence defense. Reason being, look at the brand set bonuses. So for running 3 Providence defense, I get 15% crit damage. That's what we want. So you have to run the 3 Providence defense. Also, for all 3 of these, you have to have crit damage on the mod. So everything rolled to max crit damage and crit damage on all of your mods. So there's the first part of the build. 3 Providence defense. The next part, 1 Grupo Sombra. Again, make sure it's rolled to max crit damage. But the Grupo Sombra brand set bonus for having 1 piece is 15% crit damage as well. So you're getting crit damage from the 3 pieces of Providence. You're getting crit damage from the 1 Grupo Sombra. Now the final piece of this puzzle is actually the hardest part of this entire build. And that is crafting 2 improvised gear items. One being the improvised holster, and one being the improvised knee pads. Now the reason why we're doing this is because you have to utilize the mod slot from the improvised gear items. So you can see that I have crit damage on here twice for my knee pads, and I have crit damage on here twice for my holster. Now the only thing to make these numbers higher or better than what I have are the mods. The mods are the only way you can make this build any better. So for example, this one, 11.5. So that's 0.5 right there. Knee pads, I'm off by 0.3. So that's 0.8 total. Nothing there. So I'm 0.2. So that's 1% right now. Right here, 0.1. So that's 1.1. And then 0.2 right here. So I am 1.3% crit damage away from max. I cannot get any more crit damage unless I had all 5 of these max crit damage mods. So only missing 1%, you go back. So you could probably get it up to like 211, maybe 212 if you're lucky. So sitting at 210.7, I'm doing pretty good. That's about 98% completely maxed out. So, overview. Run the backfire. Reason being is that you get the stacks of crit damage goes up to 200%. That's vital. And then for the other, you need to run 3 pieces of Providence Defense, 1 piece of Grupo Sombra, and 2 improvised gear items, being the holster and the knee pads. And then for 5 of these items, the backpack, the mask, chest piece, holster, and knee pads all have crit damage mods. So you have to make sure that you have 5 really good crit damage mods. And with all that being said, you go back to your stat sheet and you should be looking somewhere around this area. And then whenever you use the backfire, just add 200% more crit damage to that. So I hope I explained it to you guys fairly well. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go test it again, show you guys the numbers. So there we go, put the build back on. Here we go. And I'll go test it and I'll let you guys out of here. I do have a hazard protection backfire build that I'm currently using in PvP, so maybe next week I'll give you guys a build video on that. It'll probably be, you know, like a backfire Ridgeway build with hazard. It's pretty sick. I like it a lot, actually. So be on the lookout for that. Also, I do have a max protection from elites build. I might release it tomorrow. We'll see. I know it's Friday. Maybe I'll surprise you guys with it today, but we'll see about that. All right, so we're here at the range, Invulnerable Elite. Let me go ahead and drop some skills and shoot the target. So remember, it's 200 stacks. So you do 200 bullets. So that's going to be 4 magazines. Here's 3. And here's 4. And you know what? I'll do 5 just because. Alright, so there's 5. So let's check it out. So you can see right there, I'm at 410.7% crit damage. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.